everything. No. We have to control our eating. Control what we put into our body system. The fact that we have it all, we are economically buoyant, does not mean we have to eat anything and everything. We have to be conscious of what we eat. But again, because of the economic state of some people, they find it difficult to get food to eat. That is why most are on the street begging. That is why some people are out there, go to the store with the mind to go get something to buy, to go out there and begin to commit one crime, commit one injury or the other to get something from people because of their economic status. Somebody get up from his or her house, want to go to somebody's house, to go and break into it. You don't know the environment, he or she does not know the environment he or she is going to, but want to go there and commit one thing or the other, going to walk and operate between life and death. Hunger is a problem. And again, economic status is what is causing all of that. And again, availability. Whoever does not have food, just eat anything. Somebody is hungry, there is no money to buy food. Anything that gets into the mouth is very palatable, if you can use that word. It's very sweet. Have you observed that before? You are in an environment, you are very far away from where food is, and you are very hungry. Whatever you get to eat tastes really, really good. But whereas ordinarily, there are some of those things that when we look at it at home, somewhere, no, I cannot eat this. But when you come to a situation where there is severe hunger because of economic status, there's no money to buy, whatever comes on our way, we want to eat. And again, number 3, physical determinant, which include access to the food. Some people are hungry. How can they get to the store when they don't even have money to get in the bus? Store is very far, but they have to eat, and they are hungry. When there is no way to get access to the store, to where the food is, it becomes difficult for them to get the food to eat. That's one of the reasons that Albaset is in existence. Whichever way people are in need, we support to the best of our ability. We cannot do it all, but solely God. And with the support of everybody present here today and everybody in the world. Education is another thing. Like I keep saying, when you buy food from the store, look at the label. If we cannot read, how is it possible to look at the label and know what is the content in the food? Education is another problem. If that is the case, anything and everything that comes on our way, we want to consume just to satisfy hunger. And again, skill. If you cannot cook and you have raw food in the house, how are you going to eat the raw food? It becomes a problem. Praise the Lord. So intake and lifestyle. That's what we understand very good. We should be mindful of what and how we consume at all times. Excess drinking and or eating of food, which, with much sugar content, like I said before, gradually result in diabetes. So ensure to read food label for content before you buy and consume any food. Excess drinking of fluid with high percentage of alcohol, for instance, for a long period of time, people drink and drink and drink. At the beginning, they start drinking for pleasure. Before you know it, they become addicted to drinking. When they do this for a very long time, a problem will begin to set in. Liver will begin to be affected. Alcohol affects the liver. Alcohol is a problem to the liver. That is why we see some people, after a long time, see the skin, because of their skin, begin to turn yellow. Their stomach begin to produce excess fluid in the stomach. When there's excess fluid in the stomach, breathing becomes a problem. Doctor called all of these different kinds of names. And all of this will result to cirrhosis of the liver. When there's cirrhosis of the liver, fluid will begin to get accumulated in the system, eyes begin to get yellow, skin color begin to turn yellow. At that level, problem has come because somebody wants to drink anything called alcohol for pleasure, for one reason or the other. They want to satisfy their own need, their body need. Brothers and sisters, those that have been drinking, cut down on the amount of alcohol you drink. Some people will say, when we educate people in the healthcare industry, some will say, but Jesus Christ make drink available to people. No. When that drink was provided, when they say, Mama went to Jesus Christ, my son, the occasion is going on, drink is finished, what do? Jesus turned water to wine. It was wine. If you look at wine, it's the wine that he turned that water to. We are not told of the percentage of alcohol. And of course, Jesus is not going to turn wine to turn water to wine that will contain alcohol that is up to 5%. No, I don't think so. There are a lot of wine out there that is 0% alcohol. If you want to drink wine, go look at the label again. Education has played again. Look at the label and look at the amount and the content of alcohol. Thank God for Food and Drug Administration here in this country. Everything is controlled. Drinks are controlled. Food that we eat are controlled. All of them have label. If they don't meet the specification, that company will be closed down. They say recall. They recall a lot of food all the time. They recall a lot of products out there that are already existing in circulation. Government will make a pronouncement for such that do not meet the specification to be withdrawn from the society. They say bring your car. You take it back to the dealer. They fix it for you. Food that doesn't meet any specification anymore, they recall it. They take it out. Once we produce that food. Brothers and sisters, when we are in need of alcohol, we are in need of wine or drinks, please look at the label and look the amount of the content of alcohol. I said, alcohol affects the liver. When liver begins to have problem, it's a problem to life. Sometimes it is irreversible. We begin to give some medicine to people to be drinking every now and then. Nobody wants to get into that state of life. Let us be careful what we eat. Like I said, if possible, stay away from alcohol consumption. Cigarette smoking. We talked about inhalation when we were talking up there. Food, and inhalation. Some people smoke just for pleasure. Smoke for pleasure. They don't know what they are doing. Some people do it socially. After a long time, their lungs begin to get affected. The smoke that they inhale into the system, where does it go? It goes straight to the lungs, gradually, for a period of time. Then the lungs now begin to malfunction. That is why you see some people, you get into the bus, see somebody that you want to sit by, has oxygen that is dragging everywhere. God created this oxygen naturally for me and you to use freely. But some people, they choose to begin to smoke socially. After a long time, they are not able to inhale the natural oxygen anymore. They have to begin to buy oxygen to sustain their life. That is not good. It's possible, those that are already smoking, stay away from smoking. It does not do any good for the body. Instead, it destroys the lungs. Instead to breathe naturally, then you have to add something to support breathing. God does not produce or manufacture or create our body that way. God created us to be able to breathe freely and not to use artificial oxygen. And again, oxygen is a burden to carry about. We see people that do that. We take care of people that do that. Well, it is a burden to them. Once it is out in place of any patient that is using oxygen, there is a problem. The way they will be acting, they will struggle between life and death just within 5 seconds until you bring the oxygen and hook up into their nose before they start breathing normally. Nobody wants to, they don't know what they were going into. Maybe out of ignorance, lack of education, they were doing that socially before, so people can look at them and say, Baba, sister, but in the end, the repercussion will come. Money will be spent. Instead of breathe oxygen naturally, they'll be spending a lot of their fortune to be able to breathe. We don't want that. May God not let that be our portion in Jesus' name. There is a lot more to talk about food and fluid intake, which is of different forms. There are so many. There are a lot. There is a lot for us to have discussed about it. But because of time, I have been instructed and I was told I have time to talk for just 20 minutes. For that, we have to respect time. Of course, America will respect time. So we have to go to another program of the day to save time. As we have all come here, thank you for coming. Please support Albaset Global Connect support group here in America. Support Albaset Charity Foundation in Nigeria. So as we are saying, we try to get people's back, so you get our back, so we can heal the world. Please support whichever way you can support. And again, be mindful of what you put into your body system. What goes into the body system is what defiles the body. It is there in the Bible, and it is also there physically. As you have come, may God bless all of us in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
I hope this was a wonderful lecture. Let's put an answer there for our elder and Monday. I almost called him Sunday. Come used to Sunday. Hallelujah. This teaching are very, very important.